You've been involved in a motorcycle accident. I'm the biker on your side. I'm Fran Hush, your attorney that rides. Motorcycle accidents get my experience, personal attention, and there are no fees, no costs, unless you win. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. Your rights are my fight, and I'll never settle for less than you deserve. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, please call me at 866-LAW-FRAN or log on to lawfran.com.
Bikers Info USA.
Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to you live from
our rearranged production studio because I'm crooked riding with these great guys back here, born to ride. You tell them why, baby.
It's because it is now, today, a little bit of a different day coming to you on Wacky Wednesday.
That's true. It's Wacky Wednesday.
It's not Taco Tuesday.
It's not Taco Tuesday.
And why is that? Because
Well,
we had to redo our studio, and in redoing our studio, you know what happens with a live show. Unfortunately, we are so sorry. We had no sound yesterday.
yeah, we couldn't hear nothing. We could see everything, and we were broadcasting, but we had nothing on our end. So we had to get our computer whiz out here, Brent, our IT guy, to fix our system.
And we brought it back to you tonight. And we are so lucky because our guests are back with us tonight. We have the King of Steam and a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queen along with us. And we are going to bring them with us to show you. Oh my God, we are so pleased. They are in the green room and we have them tonight to show. We're going to lead up with you and show you a video. Hold on to your hats, get your snacks, get your drinks, get whatever you need. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's show you what we have. You ready to see? We've got the King of Steam, Punk, Chuck Coleman, and the Queen, Velma Beline. Let's show you what we've got going on.
Chuck and Velma, we are a couple that really
Click that button right there. Thank you.
dig deep into the beauty world with photography and branding with our different skill sets. We design clothing for different markets and genres. We brand motorcycle companies because we have a huge following of individuals that follow our artwork with David Ewell. Harkati is one of our newly assigned bike builders that we're going to help market around the world. David Uhl has approximately 10 million followers in the bike world. Some of the bikes you see in these videos are bikes that we've created metal prints for. So this is the story of Vilma coming to me about 8 years ago, and she was an opioid addict. And our love for the actual beauty industry brought us together and gave her that distraction needed in order for her to get out of that vicious cycle of drug addiction. The Salt Flats of Utah is one of our favorite spots. It's just so majestic, and it's one of those exotic locations that we pull a lot of imagery from. Paul Marciano is the owner and founder of Guess Jeans. This is a friend of Vilma's who also shares a story of addiction. Here we are in London with a backdrop company that we utilize a lot of skills that they utilize to actually put us in a position. You will never know where we're going to end up. Here we are in Lithuania and jumping over to Germany and then jumping over to Switzerland in a castle. And this castle was 703 years old. You never know exactly what we will find whenever we go different places. And here we are in a Lithuanian fabric. And they are creating some of our designs to present to the rest of the world. This is a full dye sublimated look from beginning to end, and we can create any style of clothing possible. Through our travels through Europe, I met up with a friend of ours that I met in 1986 in Germany. I also have fellow photographers that take classes to follow me around the world to teach them photography in exotic locations. I also have women 35 and above that follow us around and
Photos
take
of women over
pictures in
35
exotic
in a
locations
unique
that
and
we
empowering
present to them,
environment, with
a
over
very
15
unique
years of
opportunity for them
experience
to
in
be able
exotic
to
shoot
enjoy without
locations that attract
the
women.
presence
Workshop
of the
package.
younger
Our
modeling
package
crowd. This is
includes
strictly
1.
for their
Photospherians
convenience and
team
for them
will
to have
teach you
fun
how to
with their
attract and
friends
photo
and
shoot women
travel
over
with us
35
all over the
in a
world.
way in a way that celebrates their natural beauty and confidence. You'll learn how their 35 love, so you can create photos that capture their beauty and confidence in the to explore new locations and capture stunning photos that celebrate the beauty of your subjects. Photo shoot and edit photos of women over 35 in a unique and empowering celebrate the beauty and confidence of women over 35.
Marketing clothing is our specialty. Harry Belafonte and his son David Belafonte and the clothing that we created for him.
Wow, guys. Okay, I already know where I want to get all my clothing. I mean, John, I'm sorry. You got to step it up, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Time to put me into some new clothing line. Wow, guys. Are they not the most? I mean, we like to think of ourselves as a really hip couple.
Yeah, they're pretty hip.
They are an amazing couple.
We're wearing
And
these
I
hats
love
as an
her.
homage to
Yes,
them.
we're wearing our hats as an homage to them tonight. But I just love her, especially because she is Velma. I love you because you are just you're a fighter, you're a warrior, you are a freaking princess, a queen.
Beautiful woman.
Let me tell you, anybody that has gone through what you've gone through and done the things you've done, especially like me, and a short note, I've done that myself. All of that, yes, we will talk about it. I love you. So let's bring them on. They are fantastic. We've got them here in the green room. Are you guys ready? Give us a thumbs up. They are. Let's bring them on.
Hey!
How you doing, guys?
We're doing good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing fine. That's a little bit better.
There we
Different
go.
Angle and I'll go like this.
All right. So we've got Chuck. Well, Chuck, where he is with us, and we've
Velma.
got Velma with us. Oh, looking so beautiful. Both you guys look great.
Thank you so
much. Thank you. And where are you? We never know where you are.
Yeah, we're in Colorado right now. We're on the western slope of Colorado.
You already left Sturgis?
Oh, yeah. Sturgis is over.
Wow, you moved quickly.
Sturgis is over.
No, you slept a little bit.
Yeah, Sturgis has been over for like 4 or 5 days. It's okay.
I've been
We
in
actually
the
went there before. We went there about 5 days before it started because we shot a steampunk Victorian style wedding before Sturgis started.
Wow.
Oh.
Did you provide the outfits for it too?
They provide everything.
No. These were clients of ours, and they followed us. They followed David Ewell, which has that post-apocalyptic steampunk look. So the whole group of about 40 of them, they all had this Western steampunk style mixture.
Wow. And you did a wedding for them? That must have been fantastic.
It actually was, and that was Vilma's debut. And she's becoming a photographer now. She's trying to put me out of business. So
that's what I do.
I know. I
Good for you, girl.
Taught her too well.
Well, good.
So Chuck, tell us about the clothing line and tell us about Velma, and let everybody know.
Yeah. First off, I got to know about these clothes.
Yeah.
Because I love your clothing. Your clothing advertise what you do.
It's wonderful.
It's like you guys are walking billboards.
Mm-hmm.
You never miss an opportunity
to
market. And I love that.
And we never miss the opportunity to market. Vilma gets a little bit bored, so I have to keep making more so she doesn't feel like she's wearing the same thing over and over again. But it allows us to sell without speaking. The most annoying thing is that when someone walks up to you unsolicited and they're like, hey, I am a photographer. Would you like to be a model? Or, you are a dentist. Can I come and take your headshots? People hate to be solicited. So what we do is we flip the sales cycle by wearing something really, very elegant and very unusual to flashy to force people to come up to us and ask questions. And then we put QR scan codes on the clothing. This one doesn't have it. Right here. Oh yeah, we put QR scan codes on the clothing so we don't have to hand them a business card. And at the end of this QR scan code, I have a 30-second commercial explaining how they can, change the look, order, and everything like this. So I have to say nothing.
Wow, and I thought I was on top of it with a QR scan code on my business card. Wow.
I put it on Vilma's behind.
I'll put it on my behind if it gets me business.
Well, people are already looking at it anyway, so you might as well have a call to action besides thirsty men.
Exactly. But you know what? I have a problem with mine. I have what they call no ass at all.
No acetone disease.
Acetol, yep.
But you're working out at the gym and you're trying to work on that little butt of yours. I love your little butt, Heather. I do.
Thank you, baby.
Oh man! So tell us how you two met.
Before that, how do you get the clothing though? You design the clothes.
That's a good.
You come up with the ideas, but then how do you put it together?
The clothing has its own life because a lot of people get ideas. I cannot think for everyone. This planet has about 8 billion people on it. So I get a lot of my ideas from other people. Like, for example, we're walking around in Las Vegas in the mall. And a guy in a wheelchair that owns 4 restaurants, pizza restaurants there, he says, oh my goodness, can you possibly make something like this so I can put on my pizza staff? Because here in Las Vegas, it's against the law for us to hand out cards anymore because they spend millions of dollars each year picking up trash. So if I could put my staff on here, and if you could put a QR scan code on it for me, then I'll buy some from you. He gave us this idea. So we stopped trying to be so creative. And we let the creation help us dictate where it goes from there. And we've learned how to listen to our business for about 7 years now. And this is what really helps us. So what we do is we create a digital print of the clothing. And Epson is our sponsor on this one. So we create a digital mock-up. The customer checks off on it and says, I like it. We give them a little upload button on that particular clothing, and they can put a new logo on it. They can put their a name on it. They can customize it. It doesn't cost us any different. So, for example, I'll use women's sizes, because that's pretty familiar to most women. We can go from a 00 to a size 28 without creating a whole clothing line. So I could basically walk up to a business and say, hey, I can give you an unlimited supply of X, Y, and Z, and all you have to pay for is the development. So now they don't have to have a drop shipper. They don't have limitations on how many they can buy. They can put it on their website. The person clicks go. It goes to the warehouse. It's already pre-printed at the warehouse on a computer. It goes out and prints on the fabric. People pull it off the line, they sew it and send it to them. That means it cuts out on warehouse space. It cuts out on the entry point of a lot of entrepreneurs that would like to get into business, but they need such a huge capital outlay in the beginning to stock everything. Our stock is all digital. So it's print. About 14 days later, the person has it in their home without them even touching it. And the great part about that is very sustainable. This ink never touches water. So that means it never goes back into the environment. So, and not only does it not go back into the environment, what happens as well is that, it doesn't need warehouse space. So you don't have to actually have a facility with heat and drivers and all that stuff in there. It cuts down on the world.
Cuts down on costs,
that is awesome.
Too. Also cuts down on costs tremendously, I assume.
Yeah.
It does.
That's amazing. Velma, how do you feel about having your face be like the ultimate, the ultimate face? You are
for the clothing line and everything else.
The supermodel. Yes. You are the queen of steampunk. I mean, I'm wearing my hat for you, dear.
Yes, we are.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That feels surreal to understand where I came from over 7 years ago and where I am. Like he branded me. It's all because of him. I'm steampunk. He had the steampunk business, for many years before I came to it, and he really put me up there on the pedestal, and I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much.
You do work well together.
Yeah, I see that.
You two, you do very well together with each other. As a team, like John and I, not only as a relationship, but I like the work ethic that you have.
And I can complete your sentences, and you know what to shoot. If I miss it, most of the time you pick up the shot.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you're now going into the photography. How do you like the photography side of it?
I absolutely love it. And I think it's easier for me because I already have the basics, because I've been doing modeling for so long and working with Chuck, just listening to him. So I have the basics down, point the model towards certain way, towards certain light, certain angles. And so I don't have to go through the basics anymore, which is a little shortcut. And to have a teacher like him who is so patient, because I don't have patience. I mean, editing, I probably could give him a heart attack if he didn't take breaks. I'm just so impatient.
That would be me. I'm so much like you. I hear you and I see myself so much like you. I learned. I mean, I did modeling, but I did very small. I did, motorcycle rally modeling. And then I learned photography from Ron Galletti, the owner of Born to Ride magazine, and from my husband. We learned from him. And I could probably give both of them a heart attack at the same time because I my ADHD is just off the chart. But I think that's fantastic. And you were an addict, a full-blown addict, were you not?
Yes. For almost 20 years.
And you overcame your addiction by working as a model and by photography, right?
By working with other women and by helping create value in my own brand. I wouldn't say by working as a model. I would say more as, working in this industry and trying to help others and trying to and having people come to me and say that I have helped them. You guys have
That's it right there.
Because you saw value, and to me, that's all I wanted all my life. That's why I was numbing myself, because I never felt like I had value.
Exactly. I never was told I was worth anything. And it's a big difference. And when you look for it and you seek it and you never find it, and then when you finally do find it in someone and they look at you and they look at you and they see value in you, you feel great. So they put you on a pedestal, yes, but you yourself have done phenomenal leaps and bounds. So I give you props.
No, we both do.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Chuck. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You've been doing photography for how long, sir?
About 40 years.
Wow. Wow, that's
I've been
great.
doing photography. I came from a little small town in Guthrie, Oklahoma, where I was raised on a farm. The nearest neighbor was a mile away, and town was about 25 minutes away. So I joined the military to get a break. And so I joined the military so I could sleep in a little bit later. I could sleep in until 5:30, 6 o'clock in the military. So that was a break for me from farm life. And I went to Europe, and I stepped off the airplane, and the taxi cabs were Mercedes. There were Porsches for the state troopers there, the equivalent. And I picked up a camera in the PX so I could brag to my friends that I actually seen a real live Mercedes Benz. So that's how my photography career started.
Wow, I like that story. That's interesting.
That's an interesting story.
That is true. I mean, because I'll tell you right now, when I was overseas, if I kicked myself in the tail end, I'm a veteran myself, and I always kicked myself in the tail end when I was overseas. I didn't take more pictures and documented more for myself, just as a remembrance for me, and I could see how you got into doing photography while in the military, because the sights and everything are just so foreign to us when we're overseas, especially when I was in Spain and saw my first bullfight. I couldn't believe it. I actually saw.
You didn't take pictures?
No, he has nothing to show for it.
Nope. That's why right now, when you're saying this, I was like, I have like one or two of me standing in front of my ship, one pointing at the gun, one of those shots, but that's really about it.
Speaking of pictures, I have some pictures that we're going to go over right now, if you'd like, and you can tell us what we're looking at. Okay. And these are pictures that you have done.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Here's the first one.
That is Shrine of Hollywood. Shrine of Hollywood makes clothes for Bruno Mars, Prince when he was alive. So we pride ourselves on taking exotic shoots around the world. And the shoes there are from John Ashford. He's a New York fashion week designer. He's done stuff with Whoopi Goldberg, a bunch of stars. He's been in Vogue magazine. So what we do is we take their clothing around the world and we shoot it in exotic locations, places that are very unique that haven't been done before. And that was this shoot in the Valley of Fire, about 30-minute walk off the beaten path, and it was about 120 degrees. I'm shooting in the shade there.
Good God.
Velma, why weren't you melting with that makeup on?
She looks beautiful.
I was. He's good at Photoshop.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
So here we are in Page, Arizona, in Canyonlands. This is actually a Native American reservation. You have to have a native guide to take you there. And we were going there normally. I don't do nude shoots ever. And Vilma, this was probably year 6 into about year 5 or year 6 into our relationship. And Vilma said, hey, I would really like to do something nude. I always said no. But here we are in about an hour and a half from anywhere. And there were 2 Native American Navajo Indian guides with us. And Vilma said, hey, Chuck, can I do a nude shoot here? Those guys took off running.
Everybody would run if I did too, believe me. Velma, they all come running for her.
So in New York, in Sturgis, what we do is we cater to women 35 and above. This shoot was a young lady who always dreamed of having a wall art on her wall of her.
Sunshine Harley.
Sunshine Harley is her name. And we posed her. We edited a new background in there with her bike on there. Now this is a 48 by 38 inch metal print hanging on her wall at home.
Wow, that's a phenomenal piece of work. That's just gorgeous.
I think she's like 52. This is actually where we live. We live on a peach orchard in Colorado. We're in the middle of a desert on a peach orchard. We get our water from the melt off of the Rocky Mountains.
Wow.
Here we are. The dress is from Kiki Wang. She's a Chinese dress designer. And we take her dresses and gowns all around the world to shoot. And we shot some of our peaches in the peach orchard with Vilma.
Wow. How beautiful is that?
This is the magazine. We get a lot of magazine shoots. I take a lot of my steampunk items. The thing on her head is actually a necklace, but I put it on her head. And it's supposed to be a shin guard for fighting. I put it on her arm, and we really mix up our things to really get creative in what we shoot.
Wow.
We're in Dublin, Ireland at this point, and that's a castle behind her. And of course, Vilma, she's not shy at taking pictures. And we are doing a pre-shoot around Europe to show other women in the world where we can go and shoot. And Shrine of Hollywood is what she's wearing in clothing. And so we're branding Shrine of Hollywood. We're showing other women in the world, 35, and Vilma's 44, by the way. Other women in the world, 35 and above, that they can shoot in exotic locations like this and have images turn out like this.
And Velma, you look gorgeous. I have to tell you, I'm 54 and I work out really hard to maintain my shape and to keep my abs up. And I'm looking at your body. You have just a fantastic figure. Mwah. You got a beautiful body.
Thank you.
44, you are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Here we are in New York.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I flipped what I skipped it.
Okay.
There we go.
Here we are in New York. This is some of our clothing. We can get very, very, creative with the clothing. So me as a photographer, I love putting the images that I create on the clothing so I can market and brand our clothing. This young lady is out of Chicago, and she purchased wardrobe that she works out in. That's her face on there. She has a QR scan code going into her social media on there. And of course, Vilma, that's, Vilma's signature leggings there with her image on the actual legs.
So we're both wearing our faces.
Wow.
I like that. I want to design. I want to wear my face.
Okay, Jackie.
We can do that. So here we are, and we're right outside of Custer National Park. This is one of Vilma's sponsors. He buys a lot of her artwork. And here we are, really close to Mount Rushmore, going through Custer National Park there with this motorcycle. And we did this shot with one of Vilma's designs that she had made for her. It's not a lot there, but she can get away with it.
Yes, she can. She definitely can.
Thank you.
This is the David Uhl painting. And for those who do not know David Uhl, he's painted people like the Pope, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, and he also paints Vilma. We've done a bounty hunter series with 3 series with David Uhl. And if you go to Sturgis, if you go to Deadwood, if you go to the Buffalo Chip, you'll see Vilma's images hanging all over the world. Wow. And he caps those off at 400 prints a piece out of 3 series. That's 1,200 copies. And Vilma probably signs somewhere about each year. She probably signs about 150 to 120 signatures of people all around the world asking for Vilma's signature. Wow. That's probably been by far, the biggest achievement for her is to have people that she does not know that are very well-to-do, that are rich people that come to her and say, "Oh my God, I have all your images on my wall. And I would love to have your autograph."
And that's got to be something. Wow. I mean, I can understand that, and it's got to be something. You must just really be on top of the world. That's come full circle for you. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
There's David Uhl and Vilma posing. This one, and right outside of Ross Myers when it was Ross Myers and. Mm-hmm. And where's that? Daytona Beach or Bike Week.
Right. Bike Week. Yeah, when you come down here, we're gonna have to go and meet with you.
We'll be at the Cackleberry.
We're not far from you.
Yeah, and he always has our images there. And
that was the very first one.
That was the very first one. And he always has all of our images there. So when she walks through, that area, people always stop her and ask for a picture and autographs and stuff like that. She's a princess for sure.
Yeah. I love that. I love when people ask me to take a photo. It makes me feel so good.
There's another David Uhl painting. They look like, images. David Uhl and I have known each other for about 15 years now, and I never felt comfortable. He's always, wanted to collaborate, with him, and likewise myself. But I never found someone who was, consistent enough or serious enough to do it until I found Vilma. So I waited about, almost 15 years to even present anyone him because I didn't take anything. I didn't take people. most models don't take themselves serious enough to do stuff like this.
Yeah, people don't realize what it takes to be in a model and what it takes for her to do all of that. They don't realize how serious it is. It's not something that, you just go take a picture and get up and leave. This is 24/7, 365 days.
If I can add something there, the thing that, a lot of people will say, hey, my daughter looks cute. Hey, look at my wife and whatever. Here's the thing. I say, okay, I need to be here and do this on this day at this time.
Yes.
A lot of them don't show up. They just don't show up. Or I say, okay, I'm going to be here. Can you drive 4 hours to come meet me there? Because they got this very expensive antique motorcycle in the middle of the desert. I need you to be there. Oh, I can't do that. How much are you going to pay me? They don't do it. So Vilma is an individual. She will go across, the planet.
I'll drive anywhere.
Well, Vilma came to me with a one-way ticket. When she came to me, she basically came to me to die. She loved what I did. She's seen the work that I've done with other women. And for some reason, she got on a plane, one-way ticket, and never left. That was almost 8 years ago.
Wow. That's something.
That's just amazing. If I may ask, and in closing, what things would you like to let our audience know? What would you like them to know about you guys?
What I would like to know is that, we are just, Vilma's a citizen now. We're just a couple that are really trying to make it. That's all we're trying to do. We don't want to take anything from anyone. If you like what we do, just, support our business. Vilma's doing things for a good cause. We're not out to gouge anyone, but it's very expensive what we do. And I would just like, if you could place yourself in our shoes and you had a loved one or someone in your family that had a drug addiction, please don't give up on them.
No.
Just do not give up on them. That's the biggest thing that I would like to pull out of this. And if you feel like, there's something that we can do for you guys, feel free to, reach out to us, ask questions. And it doesn't have to be to purchase anything. It could be, Vilma, answering questions about how she walked out of that dark world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to touch on that one and tell you guys, amen for that.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. And Velma should be an angel. Everybody should be able to see that, if she can do it, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. There's no reason why you can't put down whatever that drug of choice might be and make that move, your first move today.
Yeah.
Stop. Let's go. You can
In closing, I would really like to say that me walking through the process, going to the addiction clinics, letting the individuals talk to me, gave me a totally different perspective of me just saying, stop doing it. That's bad. You need to quit. Because the substance is only a symptom of a deeper problem. You can't yell and scream at the symptoms. And everyone has a different entry point to that addiction. You have to find out who that person is. You have to find out how they enter. And for Vilma's case, she was always a model. Is the light okay here? Can I audition for this? Do I look good enough for that? Does this fit me? Am I too fat? Yes, I'm too fat. It was always looking for acceptance from other people. So the leggings with her face on it was the very first time that she took charge of her face and her modeling world. And for the very first time, four little girls ran up to Vilma the very first day she wore those leggings and said, "Oh my goodness, you must be a star. Can I get your autograph?" And the grandmother said, "Oh my goodness, leave her alone. She's obviously important." That was the first day she really believed what someone said, because usually it's men. You look beautiful. Can we go to dinner?
Yeah.
Right. So, and I land my plane.
Amen. I love it. I love you guys. I thought in closing and getting to know you guys, you're not untouchable. I thought you were maybe a little bit, because you are so famous, you are so world renowned and so wonderful. I thought maybe you might not be able to be, to talk to us. But
Yeah,
thank
very
you.
approachable,
You're
very
very
nice
approachable.
people.
You're wonderful.
You've been wonderful. And Velma, I really thank you so much for being on the show. And you've come a long way.
And thank you.
I haven't touched a drink in 6 years myself.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. Love you so much. I appreciate you inviting us and allowing us to share our story.
Anytime.
Rock
brothers.
on, sister.
Anytime.
Rock on.
And thank you for being on the show.
And thank you for being the Queen of Steam. And thank you, King of Steampunk.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if people want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with us by VWare. Go ahead and spell that for them, baby.
Well, vwearonline.com. That's VWEARONLINE.com or 405-657-4535.
Wonderful.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
guys,
much
for being on the show, and thank you for being a guest.
I love it. And I love you guys. You are fantastic. And I will continue to watch you and stalk your page.
We love stalkers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. You guys got to meet them. They are fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to go on. We're going to go on to our second guest, who is a boxer. And he is fighting. Not only is he fighting for himself, but he is fighting for his daughter. And this little girl, who she is only 4, has had well over 100 surgeries. And he fights for her. And he's going to tell us all about it when he comes on. His name is Chachi.
He boxes by Chachi Versace.
Chachi Versace. And we are waiting for Mr. Chachi to come on. He will be hopefully with us shortly. But we're going to tell you a little bit about Chachi in a minute. But let me go on and tell you a little bit more about the paintings. We'll go over a little bit more of these pictures, and I'll show you some more pictures. I don't have Chuck here to tell you what they are, but I'll just go ahead and show you
because
some
we
of
weren't
them.
able to show them all, but we want to click a few more of them on while we wait for our guest.
And show you. They are beautiful, aren't they? They were fantastic. I mean, he is amazing, and she's just was beautiful.
Okay, let me go to the next shot that I have here. Wow, look at this one. I mean, she looks beautiful in these pictures, and a lot of clothes that she has on, I mean, they're all one of a kind, like designer originals. It's incredible. Another one. I'll tell you, from a photographer, these are really hard shots. He's on the inside. The lighting isn't the greatest. He had to bring in his own lighting to get that right. Yeah, that's a hard shot to do. I'm a little bit better with my outside shot because he's using natural lighting here, a lot of it. And I'm telling you, it's still a gorgeous shot. She's looking off into the distance. You got the sun in the back. It's just beautiful. There you go. Another cover shot. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. That's I see somebody else.
No, I like what I like a lot, and I mean, I just have to touch on the fact that she was
right there. Look at this in the mountain in the back.
Yeah, I want to work with them. They, that they do the
over 35 models.
Over 35 models. Well, thank you for making sure that everybody knows that I am well over 35. That's right. I am 54.
You announce it to everybody that you're 54.
Yay, 54. Proud of it. Yes, and I work out. Yes.
Everybody knows that.
I know.
That's why you always tell everybody
I
54
know.
and I work out.
I would love to do something with them, but I would love to watch them work. They do photography workshops where he has photographers like us that we pay him to go and learn from him.
Yes.
And you go on the shoots all around the world.
That's something. Just to be able to get on a location like that,
and do those shoots around the world with him would just be phenomenal.
Just to be able to get to those locations and everything else. I mean, that would even be better yet. Let's see some boardies that we got here. I showed you that red dress. That was pretty cool. We got this one. I know exactly where I've seen this bike at. This is at the Cackleberry.
Yes.
This is that bike with all the clowns on it.
On
It's
it,
at the
yes.
Cackleberry.
That's
The guys, the stereo equipment that's always there.
Yes.
I know exactly that bike. You know something? You know you're a biker when you can actually
When you recognize the bike.
When you recognize not even that I know the model, or I don't even recognize the person on it, but yet I know who has that bike, where I've seen that bike, what years I've seen that bike, and where I've seen it at.
Yeah.
That's just being, the way it is.
And now I would
Let me see what I got here.
I would assume
That's it. That was a daughter mother team that he was talking about.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. And that's on a quarter-mile racetrack right there. You see the light behind it. That is cool.
And he does all that. He comes up with the ideas. He creates it. They do the makeup. They do the clothing. They do everything.
Here's a soft flat shot.
Yeah, look at that. And look how
Sexy
beautiful she looks.
Well, she's a model, honey.
Some models are not beautiful on the inside. She's beautiful on the inside.
That's
too.
true. I've met a lot of beautiful women that are ugly on the inside.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, and this might not sound like a typical guy, and I'll tell you the God's honest truth. If I meet a woman who's ugly on the inside, I find that she's ugly on the outside too.
Yeah.
I really am like that.
No one was not.
No, I was a beautiful person.
On the inside.
Anybody
too.
that could overcome an addiction
gracious.
like that too. Anybody that could overcome an addiction like that also.
Like me.
Like you did, like I did with alcohol. Like
exactly.
You did with, the same
with
issue.
Pills.
With your car accident, the same thing happened
with
to you.
opioids.
That's because
mine was to the opioids.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what we got here.
No.
Want to do a sponsor?
Yeah, we can go ahead and talk about a sponsor. Let's talk about a sponsor right now, guys. As a matter of fact, guys, you know what? While we're sitting here, let's talk about why you should win and write a poem about your father because you want to win a trip to Sturgis.
It will be paid for. You will be getting a trip to Sturgis. I mean, that is on our bucket list as you so.
And we are going next year, guys. And guess what? You can go with us to Sturgis on this trip with Born to Ride and Camp Easy Ride.
That's right there.
They're putting this on. Camp Easy Ride.
Camp for a Cure. What was it? A cure?
This is Camp for a Carousel, which is one of their causes that they do. And I'll let Marcus tell everybody about that when Marcus comes on. But this is Camp Easy Ride, guys. And Camp Easy Ride and Born to Ride are doing a poem, or you write a Father's Day poem, or you simply write why you think your father should win.
A trip to Sturgis.
A trip to Sturgis.
And whoever has the best write-in or did, the best will be chosen. Who's choosing that? Ron's choosing it? Or a group of people?
Group of people.
Yeah, a group of people will be choosing that. And more than likely, Ron Galletti will be giving the message out to the lucky winner of the son and father team. Or whoever writes, it could be a daughter and father team. Writing that letter so they can make it to Sturgis.
Yeah, I gotta send this to him on regular. So hold on 1 minute. We're getting our guest for you guys.
Okay, we've already seen that one. We've seen that one. That one. That's cool. That's on the salt flats. I like those salt flat shots. The problem with those shots is I can just see shooting. It's like a lot of white out. Let's see what else we got here.
I need to do something.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a cool shot. And they got the tornado in the background. You be able to?
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Okay. All right. Right now, we're trying to get our guest prepared so he can come on. Why don't you go ahead and take that off, baby?
Just hold on a minute. We can't. Hold on 1 minute.
Okay. All right. We're going to keep that picture up there just for a second while Heather and I talk about Sturgis, which we will be attending next year. I'm telling you, we are going to be going. It's on our bucket list, and we are going to be doing it. Sturgis is going to be off the chain here regardless. I mean, we just have to attend it, and that's just the way it's going to be. Don't you agree, Heather?
Okay. Yes, I do. I do agree. I definitely do agree. Go ahead.
Okay. So you click that off. There you go.
There you go.
Let me click this back on. All right, let's look some more of these
All
shots.
right, hold on. The guest is telling me he got it.
That's cool. Oh yeah, we looked at that one already. That's that blue dress that she had on. That was really cool.
Yeah, she looks beautiful in anything she wears. You know how some women can't wear certain clothing?
Yeah, she can look good in any color too.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, that you're right. Any color looks good on her. I think that was from the wedding he was telling us that he just shot. And I believe our guest should be logging on any minute. He just got the code from me.
All right. Let's see here. We have more shots here. Okay, that one. Let's see. What images did I not show? I'm going to show this one. That's a cool shot.
That's a neat shot, isn't it? And they get all of their shots and they do them. And they even, I mean, these are shots on covers of magazines. Beautiful shot.
I still like that one too.
That's a neat shot, baby. I like that shot. That's a really neat shot.
The bike is all steampunked. I love it.
Well, he's the king of steampunk.
That is true. I love the front end on that sucker. Okay. That's another cool one too with the gun on there.
What do you expect? He's the king of steampunk.
All right. Want to go ahead and do a commercial?
Okay, let me go ahead and do a commercial. While we wait, we'll go ahead and do a commercial. And
steampunk.
let's show them. Actually, let's show them the steampunk photo shoot. I would like to show them this.
Go for it.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused.
Welcome to the King of Steam Photography Workshop, where photographers can learn how to attract, photo shoot, and edit photos of women over 35 in a unique and empowering environment. With over 15 years of experience in exotic shoot locations that attract women from all over the world, our team is dedicated to helping photographers create stunning photos that celebrate the beauty and confidence of women over 35. Workshop Package. Our package includes 1. Photography techniques. Our experienced team will teach you how to attract and photo shoot women over 35 in a way that celebrates their natural beauty and confidence. You'll learn how to pose your subjects, capture their emotions, and create stunning photos that highlight their unique features. 2. Lighting and editing techniques. We'll teach you the lighting and editing techniques that women over 35 love, so you can create photos that capture their beauty and confidence in the best possible way. You'll learn how to use natural light, flash, and other lighting techniques to create stunning photos and how to edit them to perfection. 3. Empowering environment. Our workshop is held in a safe and supportive environment that celebrates the beauty and confidence of women over 35. You'll have the opportunity to work with real models, and our team will provide guidance and support throughout the entire process. 4. Exotic shoot locations. Our workshop is held in exotic shoot locations that provide stunning backdrops for your photo shoots. You'll have the opportunity to explore new locations and capture stunning photos that celebrate the beauty of your subjects and the environment. Conclusion. The King of Steam Photography Workshop is the perfect opportunity for photographers to learn how to attract, photo shoot, and edit photos of women over 35 in a unique and empowering environment. Our experienced team, exotic shoot locations, and empowering environment will help you create stunning photos that celebrate the beauty and confidence of women over 35. Contact us today to learn more and book your spot in our next workshop.
Hey, guys, we got our last guest of the evening, our final guest of the evening, our financial guru. That's right. We are bringing James Irwin back on. And guess what? Not only are we bringing him on, but you can go and see him this Saturday at Gator Harley Davidson.
You got the thing to bring up?
I do. You can go see him this Saturday right here with coffee and donuts. And guess what? I'm going to be there. So you better come early because you know who's going to be eating all those donuts.
She will.
That's me. Let's bring James on. James, you ready? Thumbs up if you're ready, sir. All right, let's bring him on.
Hi there.
Hey.
Here we go.
How you doing, James?
Outstanding. How are you all?
We are good, sir. We are good. It is a pleasure to see you again.
My camera's crooked, so I'm having to do this lean over thing towards Heather.
At least we have sound, which was better than last night.
I couldn't believe it. And the guy showed up, and literally it was a couple clicks.
And the sound was back on.
What did that cost me? $80?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Financial guru. So do tell us what is happening for you this Saturday.
Well, I'm putting together the presentation right now. It's probably maybe 20 minutes or so. It's going to highlight a lot of good stuff. It's going to be they've got a special room set up where they do all the hog meetings upstairs in the dealership. So it's going to be kind of cool. And there's a huge screen projector that we'll have access to. So I'm going to go through some stuff and explain some things that I'd venture to say that most people have never seen. And I'm going to go through it very slowly and carefully to make sure everybody, gets it. But I'm 99% sure that most people have never seen this kind of stuff. There's actually going to be a case example of someone who I'm going to show you that I did work for, this week that, had their situation going, but they're retired, but they wanted to figure out how they could get an extra $30,000 worth of income and how they could eliminate their tax situation, based on everything they had going. I mean, this guy had tried to figure it out himself. A lot of people kind of, want to do stuff themselves if they can, and he's a bright guy, he's an engineer with retired engineer with Boeing and, worked at NASA and all that stuff. So, I mean, but he couldn't figure out what to do. So I'm going to show you what I did on Saturday, to make his wishes came true, I was able to give him that $30,000 boost of income and eliminate all his taxes with his estate that he would have been liable for. And then at the same time, I was able to increase the value of his estate by almost 400,000.
Damn.
He goes. So it's a, I mean, you know, there's some that turn out a lot better than that. This is just one, you know, that was just this week. So it's fresh on my mind. So I was just going to discuss that and go through that type of example. So people are going to actually see the math and the science behind all this. And I think it should open a lot of eyes. And then I'll talk about, you know, the freight train of taxes that are heading our direction in the upcoming years, and have a question and answer session. A lot of people probably have some questions, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them all. if I can't, I'll certainly get back to them. So I'm looking forward to it, just seeing a bunch of people, a bunch of bikers, and being able to, you know, mingle with everyone and just give them information I don't think they've been presented before.
I'm looking forward to it, James. I can't wait to learn.
Yeah,
I mean, I really am looking forward to it and learning some financial things that I know I need to get from you.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that I'm going to reveal normally wouldn't have been revealed by other financial advisors, because it's just like stuff, you know, they're almost, I don't want to say anything bad about, you know, people in the industry, but sometimes they don't always do what's in the best interest of the client. Sometimes they're more interested about their own commission and their own situation. And I've never been that way. I've always just looked out for the consumer first and acted in a fiduciary standard. And by doing that, it's always made me feel good, but really the people are always astonished as a result, and have always, you know, referred me to other people, you know, basically said, hey, this guy's okay, you know.
It's better than okay.
Yeah, you are. You're better than okay.
Yeah. So, well, so it should be a good meeting. The donuts will be great. I'm sure the coffee will be great.
Don't give my donuts away.
She'll eat them all.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be nice and cool in there.
There will be 98 degrees out.
Yeah.
Boy, it's been hot this year. Everybody tells me this is like one of the worst. It's still better than.
That's right, because this is your first year here, right?
Well, second, actually. But I'm telling you, up north, I mean, we would get stuff like this, and it would feel way worse because we wouldn't have a breeze. You know, there wouldn't be any air moving around, and the humidity would be way worse. But I'm really getting my car has their black seats, one of the cars I have, and they're heat reflective. And I remember when I got them, I'm like, how can these, you know, seats really be heat reflective? Because I'm thinking, well, you know, a black on black car, what am I thinking? And, you know, and everybody was telling me that looked at the car, well, you don't realize this is all heat reflective stuff that's on. And I'm like, really? I said, I had no idea, but it really is. And it's fascinating that I can get into that car and you don't feel anything.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to how can people get in touch with you and a few other things before we close the show, because I want people to be able to get in touch with you, because we all want to know how to learn. We all need to save money.
Yeah,
we got to make some money.
Yeah. The best way, if you use my Washington D.C. cell, it gets directly to me. It's 202-900-8989.
202.
Yeah, 202
900
900-8989.
00.
You know that's not the normal number on all the ads.
What?
This is just the special John and Heather show number.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so again, what's the number? It's 202
900-8989. And that's just for the John and Heather show, folks.
Thank you very much.
Because
Thank
you know that you know with
You
my
wouldn't believe the
card and
number she
everything
wrote down
else,
here.
that was a different number.
The number she wrote down had too many numbers.
All right, guys. So you heard that. That's 202-900-8989.
The financial guru, James Irwin, will be at your beck and call, and you can go and have coffee with him too.
Coffee and donuts.
I think it'll be a good time. I really
Okay.
do. I think people will enjoy it. I mean, I've done this before, and normally everybody says, wow, I had no idea. So I think it's definitely worth checking it out.
I think so too, and I'm looking forward to it. So you guys come on down, meet us at Gator Harley this Saturday. We will be there, coffee and donuts, James and myself. Come on down, born to ride. Hey, why not? We all need to learn how to save some money, put that money back in our pocket.
Yeah,
James is going to teach us not only how to put the money back in our pocket, but how to keep it
in our pocket.
And not give it away.
Stay off the sheen
There you
side.
go.
Back to Uncle Sam. Thank you, James.
Okay, thank you all.
We look
Always a
forward to
pleasure.
seeing you this Saturday.
Yeah, okay. Take care.
And I'll
Bye-bye.
be wearing my cool steampunk hat. You didn't say anything about my cool hat.
I love that hat.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's
That
outstanding.
was from our
Where'd you
previous
get it?
guest.
Where'd you get it?
I bought it at a steampunk store in St. Augustine when we went this weekend. We went for a ride, a one-day ride,
Oh, wow.
all the way to St. Augustine and back.
Yeah, that was
Is that where the Fountain of Youth is?
Yes.
supposedly, yeah. Ponce
Yeah.
City.
Can't you tell? I swam in it.
Yeah, I can.
Thank-
I've never been there, but I just remember hearing about it.
Beautiful.
I
It's
guess I'll
beautiful.
check
Go
it out
see
one
the
of these
fort.
days.
We walked all the way around it.
It was beautiful. We had a good time.
Cool.
But don't do it in this heat.
No, that was melting.
Yeah.
All righty, James, you'll be at Gator Harley this Saturday for coffee and donuts with James Irwin, the financial guru. Everybody get down there, come and meet him and listen to what he says if you want to put money back in your pocket.
That's right. And keep it in your pocket. The financial guru, James Irwin, can help you
Stay
do
off
that.
Sheen.
I won't go on Sheen. Bikers helping bikers.
Yes. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
See
night,
y'all.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Shiny side up.
Rubber side down.
Deuces.